KNIA KRLS, streaming at KNIAKRLS.com and on your free KNIA and KRLS mobile apps.
Naylor, backdoor, Kingery, slams it home on the backdoor cuts, and the Indians have their biggest lead of the night by 12.
Here comes Noah Allen attacking, kicking, Miller for three, boom! Carl Miller, the driller, stretches Pella's lead to 46-38.
Oh, tipped up, controlled, here comes JoJo Bice with 6 seconds, fast break, layup is good at the other end, Noah takes the lead. 52-50, Bice the steal, and runs it all the way down coast to coast. 52-50, Warriors back on top.
We'll get you ready for tonight's contest with our keys to the game, starting lineups, colors of the game, and the game time temp.
They've come out of the half firing. Agri looking for more for three. Yes! Emery Agri heating up with back-to-back trays.
Here's Emma Duncan, catch and shoot three, splash down Emma Duncan.
And there's a tip and a steal, Reagan Van Wyk. This is for the lead in transition. The layup is in, counted and one, and Reagan Van Wyk puts Pella back on top.
Now let's head to the gym for all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school basketball. I'm the one to count on for today's local sports, KNIA and KRLS.
It's good to be back here at Indianola High School for more Little Hawkeye Conference play. He's Rick Wilson, feeling healthy and back at it. And I'm Andrew Swadner with our Game 1 of our girls doubleheader tonight. Indianola hosting the Cardinals of Newton. We welcome you to the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show, locally owned. Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. And Rick, I know you didn't get a chance to see this team play on Friday, but I know you were listening when we were at Oskaloosa, and this team is on a run of maybe the best basketball we've seen them play. Last Tuesday against Grinnell, Friday against Oskaloosa, and now again here looking for that tonight against Newton.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's a lot of things too. I was talking to Coach Jeff Jansen before this game, and I said, I'm going to go back to that Grinnell game. I said, it's the little things that you do that make a big difference in the outcome, and these girls have found those little things and I can picture a lot of them that they did well against Grinnell, and how they held a team like that's averaging 71 points a ball game to just 36. They did those little things that you need to do, and you sometimes you don't forget it, but I think they express themselves more in that ball game, and I think now they're carrying that through. Blocking out on rebound, just getting that position that you need, just some things like that they're doing, and they're doing that very well. And it's going to be those type of things. Yeah, you're going to score points. You're going to have Lauren Blake coming out. She's going to get her 20, 21 points a ball game. Emily Naughton's going to get her steals and those things like that. She's going to score. But you've got to do those other things, and that's what's going to make a good team even better by doing that. And right now they've shown in the last couple of times out that's where they came out the first of the year to make a difference, and right now they are doing that.
Well, and to me that there is a game plan to beat Indianola. We saw it against DCG. We saw it against Lewis Central, and Indianola's 2 losses this season. Slow the game down, pack it in, force the Indians to beat you from outside. Now, executing that game plan is a lot easier said than done. Oskaloosa tried it a little bit. Indianola starts pressing you, start hurrying up, and all of a sudden in the blink of an eye, it's a 12, 15-point disadvantage for the other team, and then you can't slow it down because you know that you can't just trade buckets with Indianola anymore. So that's kind of where we're at right now, where it's almost like the Indians are daring anyone to try and slow the game down against them, because if they take a couple 4 or 5 fast break steals and turn it into points, that game plan is completely thrown out the window. Then you're playing from behind the entire game. You're having to switch things up, and that's going to be a real struggle tonight for this Newton squad that's come in that really does want to slow the game down. Jumping into our DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game. Rick, to me, Newton is struggling on offense this season. They have yet to, I believe, put 40 points up over in a ball game so far this year.
Yeah,
and that's really tough for an Indianola squad that's way up there in terms of points, one of the top scoring teams in the state, if not just Class 4A. So my key tonight is just put the points up on the board and help make Newton keep up with you.
You know, we say that a lot, and you got that so true what you just said. Play your game, and then do everything. Do what you can do on defense to take them out of their game offensively and take them out of defense. So if you do that, then you're gonna have a probably successful night on the floor. And Indianola is that type of team. I'm going to talk about the height advantage. Newton might have that just a little bit, but I think Indianola, with their quickness, their speed, and getting up and down the floor, that's a big plus for them in those three categories right there.
And my last key is going to be boxing out. Like you mentioned, Newton has a bit of a height advantage, but we saw that against Oskaloosa. Had a significant height advantage with about 3 or 4 post players that are, 5'10", 5'11", even 6 foot plus. There was a 6'4" post player that Oskaloosa had, and Indianola still won the rebounding battle pretty handily, and we saw that against Grinnell too. So boxing out is my final key, the Armin Ford radio key to the game.
Right, and I totally agree with that. And the thing about that is these kids, these young ladies are doing that even better now. Maybe it just, sometimes a light bulb comes on, and I think what we saw, and I didn't see it against Oski, of course, but against Grinnell I saw it. It was very evident. Boxing that out, and that's really was one of the major things. I call it a small thing, but it was a thing that caused them to win that ball game. They really played that well. Everything, all their fundamentals was great. Again, you come out each night. Tonight it's Newton. They got to be able to do that. You do that well, you'll be successful on the floor.
All right, that's a look at our DeArmond Ford radio keys to the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. Tonight's game time temperature is presented by Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, and it's looking pretty nice tonight, so take advantage of it while you can, because Friday expected to get some snow, but it is 39 degrees outside right now, so back above freezing, and it's good to see. It's a beautiful night outside, so while it's 39 degrees outside, it can be nice and comfortable inside your home with services from Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. No hidden fees, just one great price on plumbing, heating, and cooling services to help keep you comfortable. Pella Christian hosting Oskaloosa, Pella hosting Grinnell, and Norwalk hosting DCG are the other little Hawkeye Conference games on the air tonight on KNIA and KRLS. We'll have more of the Downey Tire Pros radio pregame show after this on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola hosting Newton.
At McCoy True Value in Indianola, they have all the essentials you need to make it through the Iowa winter. But don't take my word for it. Listen to John, one of their winter experts.
We stock good winter gloves and some hats, and we have different types of shovels and a few snow blowers and quite a bit of ice melt. We keep as much as we can in stock, and so we don't run out, and make sure everybody has what they need.
When the winter gets tough, trust the experts.
McCoy True Value Hardware. Service with heart.
Question: who's Indianola's largest internet provider? The answer? IMU Fiber. IMU Fiber has signed up almost 3,000 customers in the last 3 years for their fast, reliable internet service. Give them a call and a local person will answer any questions you may have about their second-to-none service. Fewer slowdowns, fewer interruptions, and inside of more homes in Indianola than any other internet provider. That's IMU Fiber. Bringing hometown values to broadband services, IMU Fiber is here for you now and forever.
Our team at DeArmond Ford Indianola are committed to giving you an exceptional ownership experience.
As a family-owned business, my dad and I are in the dealership every day to ensure you experience the DeArmond difference.
Our core values of hard work, honesty, trust, and integrity are what we build our business on.
Experience the difference at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola,
where you'll actually enjoy doing business.
The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Details Plus Collision Center is Indianola's first choice for auto body and collision repair, winning numerous Best of Warren County awards. Details Plus will work with your insurance company, provides a fast turnaround, and all work is guaranteed. From dings to dents to complete totals, they do it all. Looking to upgrade your truck with a spray-on truck liner or a tonneau cover from Access Covers? They can help with that too. When you need auto body repair, the difference between one shop and the next are the little details. Details Plus Collision Center in Indianola.
Welcome back to the Downey Tire Pros Radio pregame show on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Rick, let's get into tonight's starting lineups presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care. Really quick before we get things started off here with the announcers.
All right, here we go. Let's go with the Newton Cardinals. They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard. They'll start number 4. That's Audrey Roush. She is a junior. Number 5 is a senior. That's number 5. That's Aurora Neri. Number 12 is a sophomore. That's Sophia Reynolds. And number 14 is a senior. That's Emma Rogers. Number 23, a senior, Kaya Butler. That's the lineup for the Newton Cardinals. For your Indianola Indians, it's number 4, junior Emily Naughton. Number 13 is a junior. That's Bryn Ortland. Number 14, a senior. That's Lauren Blake. And senior number 24, Mara Bishop. Followed by number 34, a senior. That's Kinsey Johnston. There's the lineup for both Indianola and Newton on the girls' side tonight. And
looking forward to it. Tonight's starting lineups have been presented by Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care Facility. Vintage Hills of Indianola offers assisted living and memory care in beautiful apartment homes. Get the lifestyle you want with the services and amenities that will make your life easier at Vintage Hills of Indianola. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the pregame show here, Rick?
Well, one more time before we go, I want to say this. I want to give a shout-out to one of our girls, number 4, Emily Naughton, 17 today. Happy birthday, young lady. I told her we would put her in the pregame and give her a little bit of shout-out. But Emily, 17, happy birthday, young lady.
17 feels like so long ago.
It was a long time ago.
All right, that wraps up the Downey Tire Pros Radio pregame show, locally owned at Downey Tire Pros, your home for hassle-free service in Indianola. We will have the national anthem coming up after this at the gym. Opening tip after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola hosting the Cardinals of Newton back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth after this.
We all know living in Iowa, the winter weather is never consistent. 1 minute warm, the next cold. Are you prepared for the ups and downs this winter? If not, you better take your vehicle to Keller's. Keller's Garage in Indianola can make sure your vehicle is ready for any chaos winter might bring by making sure it's performing at its best. And don't forget about your tires. Keller's Garage can make sure you have the power tread on your tires to make sure you're not left slipping and sliding when Mother Nature shows up. Make sure you're ready for Iowa winter by simply taking it to Keller's Garage in Indianola.
Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is continuing to offer top-notch orthopedic care during these challenging times, and we are expanding. Here to serve you for your comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine needs locally in Indianola, and with an exciting new service in our Clive location for orthopedic walk-in care, no appointment needed. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com.
Another wonderful rendition of our national anthem is in the books. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. We welcome you to the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth. Other games going on tonight: Pella against Grinnell, Pella Christian Oskaloosa, and Norwalk versus DCG. And Rick, there's a three-way tie atop the Little Hawkeye Conference right now. Break down the girls' standings. And Indianola, Grinnell, and DCG, a bit of a triangle the first run through.
Yeah, it is. First run through. And as a matter of fact, the DCG will be at Norwalk tonight. Grinnell is at Pella. And like you said, Oski at Pella Christian. Dallas Center, Grimes, Grinnell, and Indianola are setting the top, and I think after tonight I don't look for that to change at all, Andrew. And Friday, Indianola will travel over to Norwalk. DCG will be at Newton, Grinnell will be at Oski, and Pella Christian will take on Pella as we end the first round of play in the Little Hawkeye Conference. So the standings are tight, they're close, they're everything, so it looks like it's going to be one of those type of races.
And the opening tip is won by Newton, but it goes right to Emily Naughton, who goes right to the hoop and lays it up and in for 2. So Newton tipped it back. Aurora Nearing tipped it back, and now Newton trying to bring the ball up the floor. Indianola leading 2-0. Kaya Butler bringing the ball up the floor, picks up her dribble, has to go out left to it to Rogers. Rogers dribbling up top, now gets it back, swings it around into the hands of Reynolds. Now back around into the hands. Nearing. It's tipped up top, nearly stolen away. Nearing at the free throw line, pulls up jumper. It doesn't hit anything, and it goes out of bounds off of Newton. And Rick, this is the start Indianola wanted. Despite Newton winning the tip, Naughton was right there and made the heads-up play going straight to the hoop.
Yeah, she did a great effort that time, and she got out with that quick one, got that quick bucket. And Indianola on defense, they came down when Newton came down the floor. They were playing that lady-to-lady defense, and they've been playing that very intensely the last couple of ball games.
Well, Ortland with a deep pass over to Blake into the corner. Three-point shot is up, no good. Ortland tracks down the rebound and kicks it out. Naughton has to save it inbounds, but just can't quite do it. No, she does. It was off a Newton player. What a play by Emily Naughton, and saves the possession for Indianola.
Emily Naughton always hustling, always out there doing it. She'll give you that 100% plus out there on the floor, and she's doing it tonight. And she just seems to do that game in and game out, and no exception tonight. She's playing to start this off quick and fast for us.
Back door to Lauren Blake, goes over the top, and it's just a little bit too high for Mortland. Again, Newton running that 3-2, 1-2-2 zone, however you want to call it, forcing Indianola to beat them down low, and the pass to Blake was just a little bit too high.
Yeah, just a little bit out of her reach. That could have got down a little bit, and I think she could have got at least a couple buckets out of it, maybe a foul, but it goes out of bounds, turnover against Indianola.
Reynolds gets it back up top for Newton as they bring the ball across half court. Now Roush into the corner, left side, Rogers, and loses the ball out of bounds, and it will be Indianola ball. 6:40 to go, quarter number 1. Indianola leads 2-0.
Indianola with that lady defense, they're very intense with that, and they help. That was just kind of one of those unforced errors. They just got away from her and got out of bounds.
Naughton into the corner. Ortland finds Johnston. Crossover pass. Johnston might have been open if she turned around to look for the shot, but the pass is picked off and stolen away by Newton. So teams trading turnovers. Here comes Reynolds. Now gets it right side, Roush. Right side, Nearing on the wing. Down low, Roush on the block. Shot is blocked. Down low, picked up by Naughton, and Indianola gets another stop. Over the top pass finds Blake, and Indianola's on the move. Blake dribbling down the middle, swings at Ortland. She'll take the 3, knocks it down. Brent Ortland in motion, puts Indianola up 5-0, 6 minutes to go, quarter number 1. And a foul's going to be called against Ortland on the way back down. In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. Newton is going to have trouble scoring tonight. They've had trouble scoring all season long, and this defense for Indianola is not going to let up anytime soon.
Yeah, their two scorers are Nearing along with Roush, and they're averaging just right at 7 points a ball game. So, yeah, their scoring is hard to come by this season so far.
It is Nearing, has it on the elbow. Shot fake, now goes left, stolen away by Bishop. Bishop, 1-on-none down the floor. Layup is up and in, and Mara Bishop puts Indianola up 7-0. 5:39 left to go, quarter number 1. Indians continuing the press. Butler looking to bring it across half court. Ortland pulled off a little bit, but still applying the defensive pressure. Now to Reynolds. Back up top, Roush. Roush, just a junior guard, dribbles right. They try to go back door, and it's up and out of bounds off of Indianola. I think Blake maybe got a piece of it. They were looking for Reynolds' back door, and it will be Newton ball underneath.
Yeah, it went off of Blake, Reynolds, and then I think maybe even Naughton got a piece of it, but the Newton keeps it.
And hitting the deck on the far side was Roush. Looked like she maybe just lost her footing or got tripped up.
Yeah, it looks
and Newton throws it away. That's an unfortunate error for the Cardinals. 5:20 left to go in the first. Indianola leads 7-0. And Newton starting to pack that zone. Rick, that's what we talked about. That's the formula to beat Indianola is make them beat you in the half court as they get it down low. Johnston, her shot is up and altered, and it's off the front of the rim. And Newton grabs the rebound. 5:06 left to go in the first. Left side into the hands of Reynolds. Or up top, Roush swings it right side. Butler Back up top into the hands of Reynolds. She'll take the wide open three. It's too strong. No good off the rim, but no, it's a couple of bounces, and it falls, and Sophia Reynolds hits the triple. And now Indianola comes back down, nearly throws it away, but it's tipped out of bounds by Reynolds.
Yeah, that looked like it was. Yeah, that shot by Reynolds looked like it was going to go up and out, and it just what it did is just came back softly, back down in and off the front, and then a couple bounces went through the hoop. So three for Reynolds there.
Naughton, left side, Bishop. Indianola running their zone offense into the corner. Naughton down low. Jill Smith double teamed, and a foul is going to be called. Pass got out to Naughton, but before the shot, it'll be a first whistle on Newton almost halfway through the first quarter. That's on Rogers, her first, team first.
Yeah, and that time Smith turned around, tried to make that shot up. She got fouled, got caught on the arm, so it's going to be out of bounds to Indianola underneath their basket.
Pass gets into the corner. Ortland off the inbounds. Triple is up. No good. Jill Smith with an offensive rebound. Kicked it out to Naughton. Swings it around Blake. She'll take the wide open three. Too short. No good. But Ortland grabs another rebound and kicks it over to Naughton. Back into the corner. Ortland. She'll take another three. Knocks it down and hits the deck. And Ortland's got 6. And Indianola leads 10-3.
Well, we talk about the tenacity of Emily Naughton and her speed and her agility and what she can do. Brent Ortland's got that also. She just comes through very quick on the floor.
Pass nearly stolen away. Naughton got a hand on it. Went right to Roush, however. Roush straight to the hoop. Rebound by Bishop, and she is fouled on the way down the floor. 3:58 left to go in the first. Second whistle on Newton. That's on Reynolds. Her first, team second, as we see substitutes ready to check in for the Cardinals.
Yeah, a little more of a frustration type foul there, and then Reynolds picks up her first.
That is Jaslyn Cooper coming in, and I believe Marissa Cunningham. Indianola ball as Blake passes it into Naughton. Indianola leads 10-3 over halfway through the first quarter. Pass gets into the corner. Ortland, her pass is tipped up, but it goes right to Smith. Layup is up and in. And sometimes it's good to be lucky there, Rick, as that pass was tipped up and Smith in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I had it inside there, and it got tipped up, and Smith was in the right place at the right time. She puts it up and gets her 2.
Newton drives inside, misses the shot. Over the top pass on the offensive rebound is nearly stolen away, but Newton retains possession, and they get it out to Cooper. Now back out into the hands of Butler. Butler looking right side. Three-pointer from Cooper is up. That one's too strong, but a nice-looking turnaround rebound shot is up no good on Audrey Roush. She got a third possession for Newton. They still can't score, but it's their ball out of bounds, and Indianola will have to play defense once more. A fourth trip at it here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they've got some rebounds underneath that time. I thought Mara Bishop was going to come down with it, but it was knocked out of her hands, but she was the last to touch it, and it stays with Newton.
Roush has it on the left wing. Cross-court pass is tipped up and stolen away. Smith has it. Looking up the floor, goes straight to the hoop. Layup is up and does not finish. Offensive rebound by Johnston, however, and Johnston cleans up the boards, and it's 14-3 Indianola, 3 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, why that didn't go down for Smith, I don't know, but it kind of rolled out and bounced out. And there was Kinsey Johnson right there to get the rebound, and they are getting those offensive rebounds and getting a second shot at it a couple of times and making the bucket.
Nearing gets it over to Cooper. Now back up top, Butler. Butler into the corner. Cooper, she'll take another three. That one's too strong, and a rebound by Johnston is going to be picked up by Newton, and out of bounds off of Indianola will be Cardinals ball underneath with 2:36 left to go in the first.
Kinsey Johnson had the right idea, Andrew, but she was standing out of bounds when she touched the ball, so it goes back to Newton underneath their basket.
Pass gets over left side, stolen away by Naughton, and Naughton now beating everybody down the floor. It's her on Roush, and layup is up and in, and Naughton with her second layup, and Indianola leads 16-3, 2:26 and counting in the first.
That's taking it from one end and going all the way down to the other. She did it all the way and outran everybody. And she's dribbling the basketball, Andrew.
And now a foul's going to be called on Ortland, which is her second, and that's going to prompt Mara Bishop coming back into the game. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Indianola 16, Newton 3, 2:17 left to go in the first. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. Ortland has both of them for the Indians. Pass gets in. It's on the deck off the inbounds, and Johnston forces a jump ball. And it should be Cardinals ball since Indianola received the opening possession despite not winning the tip.
Cunningham, she had the ball. She should have went right back up with it. She put it on the floor, and Kinsey Johnson was allowed to come in and tie that up, but it still stay with the Cardinals.
Roush, cross-court pass, finds Nearing. Nearing looking inside, pass is tipped up, I think, by Johnston, and Bishop comes up with it. Left side, Smith, down low, Blake. Up and under, great looking move, left-handed layup does not fall, and Newton comes down with the rebound, but a great move to the basket for Lauren Blake, who's scoreless in the first quarter so far, under 2 minutes to go. Up top, Butler nearly loses the ball. Bishop is playing fantastic defense, now gets it over to Roush. Roush dribbles right. Now back out after going baseline. It finds Butler at the top of the key. Looking inside, that's Cunningham. Cunningham, turnaround jumper is up and in. And Marissa Cunningham, the junior forward, with a nice looking shot, makes it 16-5.
And Kinsey Johnson was all over her. I mean, that was just a great shot that went in, and Kinsey did everything but foul her to keep her from it, and she just a great defense, but Cunningham got the 2 points.
Pass gets into the corner. Smith finds Blake, swings it around Naughton. Great looking pass over to Bishop for 3. Knocks it down. The ball movement was amazing by the Indians offense, and they get a triple as a reward.
Yeah, I like the way they did the ball movement against the Grinnell Tigers, and I think that was probably the same thing that happened against Oski, and right now we've got a little bit of a
Well, Nearing was falling to
Yep.
the ground, and a McCoy True Value timeout is going to be taken on the floor. Do want to remind everyone that our fan of the game was presented by Godfather's Express. You can win a free single-topping large pizza. So stop by Godfather's Express and listen in to the next Indianola broadcast to see if you're the fan of the game, presented by Godfather's Express.
And I think when you and Rob were doing the ball game, I was having pizza.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you were the fan of the game.
I didn't get it. I had to pay for it again. They always know it's me when I'm calling, so but I love it. And it's really good. I'm glad that they helped sponsor this, and I'm glad for Godfathers, and we appreciate their sponsorship.
Absolutely. And we appreciate their pizza.
Yeah. Right here. We're sitting up here high above the
Indianola High School gym, home side, up in the rafters. If anyone at wants to give us some pizza, we're always open for that.
We're here.
Minute to go in quarter number 1. Indianola leading 19-5 as Newton gets the ball in. As Reynolds dribbles right side, defended by Bishop. And a nice looking move on a stop got Bishop to hit the deck, but now it goes over to Cooper. Cooper now left side. Roush into the corner. Emma Rogers looking inside, can't find anybody. Finally has to kick it out, but it's stolen away out of bounds by Naughton, and it will remain with the Cardinals. But great defense again from Indianola.
Yeah, they're doing that great. That lady-to-lady defense, they're really strong on that, and they lead here 19-5 with 40 seconds left to go, and Naughton again tipping the ball out of bounds.
Deja vu. Knocking the ball out of bounds. Newton ball sideline inbound. This is not an easy spot to get it in. In the corner nearly on their side is Newton. Has to get the ball all the way back up top to Cooper. Cooper dribbles right side. Now right wing Roush. Up top into the hands of Reynolds. Swings it left, Cooper. Finds Roush again over the top. Nearly lost it, but retains possession. Dribbles it inside. And with 23.5 seconds to go, they're going to call a carry on the Cardinals on the dribble. So another turnover for Newton with 23.5 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I think we had a game 3 weeks ago, or maybe before the end of the year.
It's a point of emphasis.
Yeah,
if you remember, they kind of do that every year where
Yes.
they try and correct players. A couple of years ago, it was charges, then it was offensive screens, and now it's carries. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Blake up top, Naughton, left side, Bishop. They go into the corner. Blake, three-pointer at the buzzer. Knocks it down, and that will do it for quarter number 1. Indianola drowns 4 3-point shots. And we'll be back for quarter number 2 after this inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Check out the deals this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee. 3 for $5 Frito-Lay rolled gold pretzels, Santitas, or Chester's Munchos or Bake Nets. Also Hy-Vee biscuits, 3 for $1. Hy-Vee cheese toast, garlic bread, or sticks, 2 boxes for just $5. Also buy 2 get 1 free Coca-Cola products, 12-pack cans or 8-pack bottles. You can find these deals and more at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
The game is about to start, and the guests are about to arrive. Did you forget about the food? Don't worry, Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola has you covered. Stop into one of their 2 Indianola locations at 1201 North Jefferson Way or 2001 West 2nd Avenue and carry out one of your favorite Godfather's famous pizzas, or have it delivered. The Godfather Pizza Express at 1201 North Jefferson Way offers delivery from 4 to 9 p.m., Friday through Sundays. Get a great Godfather's Pizza at a great price. Godfather's Pizza Express in Indianola.
welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA, Indianola Activities YouTube. Indianola girls basketball leading Newton 22-5 as we start quarter number 2. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Indianola with possession. It's Johnston with it in the corner. Newton playing swarming defense on the outside as Bishop gets to Naughton. Now to Blake inside. Blake tries to go right at the defense, and Newton just a half second late nearly corralled Blake to going up with really no options there. And just like I said, Rick, a split second behind getting a good defensive stop.
Yeah, that'll bring a foul on, and you're going to call it on the floor, so it wasn't shooting. And that'll be against Cunningham. She'll pick up her first.
Team third. Pass gets into the corner. Ortland, she'll take the three. May have been altered. It doesn't hit anything. Ball's on the deck. Johnston comes up with it. Finds Naughton. They go right back to Ortland. Swings it around Blake. Thought about a three. Dribbles through the double team. Cross-court pass finds Bishop right wing. Now back up top, Naughton. And Indianola retains possession after an offensive rebound. Ortland, left wing. Looking inside. Finds Johnston. Now into the corner. Naughton. She'll take the three. In and out, no good. And the rebound gets on the deck, and it's picked up by the Cardinals. Dribbling left side. Now back up top is Reynolds, and she resets. 7:03 and counting to go before halftime. Cooper up top, Roush. Swings it around. Getting by the defender straight to the hoop, and they're going to call a charge against Newton. That is drawn, I believe. I didn't quite see who it was. It was Bishop.
She got by Lauren Blake, and Lauren, they're communicating out there, and Lauren and Mara Bishop was set, and that foul's going to be on Reynolds. That's her second, I believe.
Team fourth on Newton. Indianola with just two, both of them from Bryn Ortland. Ortland had the ball, now gets it over to Bishop. Now back to Ortland. They look into the corner for Naughton, find her. They get it to Blake, down low on the block. Now back out Ortland, wide open for three on the wing. Off the side of the rim, no. And the rebound, strong rebound, is going to be picked up by Rogers, and he's fouled. She's fouled by Naughton, I believe.
I think that's going to be on Emily Naughton, I believe. And if it is, that's going to be her first team.
No, it's on Johnston. Excuse me. Yep. That's what you get for marking it down on my sheet there.
Well, I didn't quite get it marked yet.
I marked it, so.
I thought Emily kind of, she was down in there. There was a couple of them, and I thought the way she backed into the girl, that might be it. But notice they called it on Kinsey Johnson. She picks up her first and team third for the Indians here with 6:36 to go here in the second quarter.
Nearly losing the ball, and now losing the ball is Newton on the press break as Ortland grabs it, gets it to Blake, up and under, and has the ball knocked out. It's saved inbounds by Ortland. Back up top, Bishop. Shot fake, goes in the lane, and they're going to call a whistle on Bishop. I think the referee maybe didn't see it because it looked like Bishop did a shot fake and then dribbled on purpose before her feet got back down.
That's what it looked like to me up here. We're up here high above, but official's down on the floor, but he had his angle might have been a little bit better than ours, but anyway, the call's called.
Roush's pass was tipped up, but it goes right back to her, and now Indianola fouls, and if that's on Johnston, that's her second. So both Ortland and Johnston with two fouls for Indianola, who lead 22-5. No one scored yet in the second quarter. As Roush has it, looking inside for Nearing. Nice post move. Shot is up, no good, and Ortland with the rebound. 6:03 and counting to go, quarter number 2. Pass gets into the corner. Bishop, she'll take the triple. Short, no good, and the rebound fought for by Johnston and tipped out to Naughton. Up top, Blake. Dribbling right, and it's going to be fouled, I believe, by Kaya Butler, which is the fifth foul on Newton on the floor.
Lauren went to drive, went to pass that off, and Butler stuck her hand in there and kind of got her as she came across. So Butler, that's going to be her first, I believe.
Do have an Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio Update. Oskaloosa 19, Pella Christian 6. Oskaloosa missed only 2 shots the entire first quarter. Pass gets into the corner. Ortland, she'll take the three off the inbounds, and it's up no good. Bishop fights for the rebound and forces a jump ball against 2 Newton Cardinals rebounders, and that's a hustle play from Mara Bishop. Something that's not going to show up on the scoreboard, but something that will retain Indianola another possession here.
Got it. You got that right. And Mara's just in there scrapping all the time, and then that time she, jump ball, but it goes to Newton.
So Nearing gets the ball up across half court, and now they're going to whistle Bryn Ortland on a block, and that's her third. And Coach Jeff Jansen's going to have to make a decision here, and I believe that's going to bring Bryn Bishop into the game, and Ortland probably sitting for the remainder of this first half. That's a tough one. I believe it was the right call. Ortland just a little bit too much of the body contact.
Yeah, she tried to get away from it, and she just couldn't do it. I think she tried to plead her case with the official, but he shook his head, and he goes, no, that's a blocking.
Rogers on the block. Shot is up no good as Newton comes back in, and it's off of Newton on the rebound as the shot was no good. And it'll be Indianola ball, still leading 22-5, 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. No one scored in the second frame as of yet.
And like you said, that'll bring in number 11 for Indianola. That's Bishop. She came in off the bench to replace Bryn Ortland.
Gets the ball into the corner, look down low for Blake. Blake gets it on the block, kicks it out into the corner for Jill Smith. She'll take the triple. That one was off balance and doesn't hit anything, and it's picked up by Rogers. 5:10 left to go, quarter number 2. Indianola still leading 22-5. 3 minutes gone by nearly in this second quarter.
Yeah, we have no scoring from either team right now.
Rogers loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds trying to hit Roush. And Indianola will call a McCoy True Value timeout in quarter number 2. In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. Well, if you went to go get something to eat, you didn't really miss much. Neither team is shooting very well in this second quarter. No one scored yet, and it's still 22-5.
Yeah, and a turnover situation right now with just under 5 minutes to go. Indianola has 2 turnovers, and the Newton Cardinals, they have 8. That's what I have down. And, of course, rebounding. They're about even on the rebounds. But, yeah, coming down the floor, they're just not able to, the second quarter here, they're not able to put anything. They're putting shots up, but nothing's falling for either team here. And right now, the 30-second timeout by Jeff Jensen. I think it's a good call. Get everybody settled down. Say, okay, you do this. Work your offense. Get those good shots. Don't be afraid to take them just because they're not falling, but just keep up the good work.
Indianola leading 22-5, coming out of the McCoy True Value timeout. Naughton gets it over to Blake, and she is going to be fouled. 6th team foul on Newton. Indianola still with 1 to give with 4:50 left to go in the quarter, and I think
Reynolds.
That's on Reynolds, her third. So 2 players with 3 fouls apiece in this first half.
And that one came from behind. That's kind of one of those. The ball comes in, and then she has to make the player, being Blake this time, who got it, and she swatted that from behind. Really a foul that kind of silly, but it was her third.
Bishop has it top of the key. Now to Blake into the corner. Blake up top, Naughton. Swings it around Bishop, looking inside. Now Jill Smith, and they're going to say 3 seconds in the lane on Indianola.
Well, I thought she kept moving around. I know she was there a little bit. She kept moving as she moved out. But that's a close call right there, and it's a turnover against Indianola.
So Indianola turns it over again. 4.5 to go, half number 1. Pass gets right side into the hands of Butler. She's double teamed. Pass over the top, stolen away by Naughton. Naughton down the floor, straight to the hoop, loses her balance, can't quite finish the layup. Blake tips the rebound out to Jill Smith, who tries to get it up to Bishop, and her pass is just a little bit too strong, and it goes into the backcourt and out of bounds. It will be Newton ball, sideline inbound after an over and back. So neither team crisp on offense right now,
Not
Rick.
right now. And then Emily, when she went up, looked like she may have took I don't know, just kind of maybe that extra step or realized where she was, maybe a little too far under the basket, but just couldn't quite get it to fall. But what a great rebound and a great kick out, but we lose the ball on the turnover.
Newton's pass is deflected out of bounds. We are nearly halfway through the second quarter, and no one has scored as of yet. Over the top pass finds Cooper, who gets it off to Butler, and Newton runs their half-court offense, trailing 22-5. Nearing dribbles right, picks up her dribble, has to get it back up top, Butler. Indianola's defense just swarming right now as Nearing down low on the block, dribbles baseline, double teamed, misses a shot, gets her own rebound, putback shot is up and in, and Aurora Nearing, the senior forward, gets her first 2 and gets the first scoring of the second quarter on the board over halfway through. 22-7 is our score. Blake has it up top, Naughton. Now left side, Bishop. Indians being very patient. As Naughton has it now right side. Blake, she'll take the triple off the target. Smith fighting for the rebound, gets it back out. Bryn Bishop, she'll take the triple. Doesn't hit anything, and Blake tracks down the rebound. Blake is going to be fouled, and that will lead to the first free throws of the game as Blake will head to the charity stripe for 1-and-1 with 3:22 left to go in the second quarter, searching for Indianola's first bucket of the second quarter. First points, I should say.
And Nearing committed to foul number 5, the senior for Newton, and that'll put Blake, like you said, at the charity stripe. Really, no one's been there at all tonight, and this is the first step for either team, and Lauren Blake has the opportunity.
And scores Indianola's first points of the second quarter.
That was a 1-and-1. It's the 7th team foul for Newton, so she's got another opportunity here, Andrew.
Second shot is up and in. Blake makes them both. She's got 5. Ortland has 6. Blake with 5. Bishop with 5. Scoring leaders for Indianola as we see Kinsey Johnston come back into the game for Bryn Bishop. 3:20 to go, quarter number 2. Newton trying to break the press, and they get it up top into the front court for Nearing. Nearing dribbling baseline, and a shot is blocked by Johnston, and Bishop comes up with it. Bishop running down the floor for the Indians. 3:05 left to go, quarter number 2. Leading 24-7. Blake dribbling left, up top Bishop. Gets it into the corner. Naughton up top Bishop. Splits the defense. Tries to get it back over, but it's stolen away and deflected by Newton. Now Newton's on the move. Get it up to Roush, but it's just a little bit off the target, and it will be out of bounds. And Indianola reclaims possession, but Rick, the Newton defense right now is just causing Indianola fits in this half court.
Well, it's not only that. I think they're not making their script passes, but it is Newton with that defense. They're getting a handle or they're getting something on the ball, and they're just not able to do that. Indianola now is bringing this out a little bit, spreading it out, bringing the offense out.
Backdoor pass finds Blake down low on the block. She's wide open, can't make the layup. There's just a lid on the bucket right now. And Indianola leads 24-7, yet to make a field goal in this quarter. I don't know how that one didn't go in.
And what a great pass from outside down under. They brought that out so that Laura Blake could get underneath it. Boy, I don't know how that did not go in.
Nearing turnaround jumper is up no good. Newton with an offensive rebound. It's going to go up 2 into the hands of Roush, and her shot is up no good. But she is fouled. And that will send her to the free throw line for 2 shots. Bishop picks up the foul.
Yeah, Bishop, that's her first, Andrew, and that'll put Newton at the free throw line.
Can't hit free throw number 1 is Roush. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 2:13 left to go in quarter number 2. Indianola leads 24-7. Both teams now in the bonus for the remainder of this first half. Roush's second free throw is in. 24-8 is our score. 2:12 and counting to go, quarter number 2. Naughton has the ball top of the key. Or Blake, excuse me, now to Naughton. Right side, Johnston. Swings it left, Bishop. Thought about a triple. Looking inside, and Indianola being very patient. Smith. Over to Blake, left wide open on the left wing. She'll take the triple, knocks it down, and Lauren Blake's got all 5 for the Indians in this second quarter, and their first bucket made with 1:43 to go in the second quarter.
Oh my!
And now foul's going to be called on Johnston, and that's her 3rd.
Wow, that just that's getting well, yeah, it's
We're
going
to see Trista Hawkins come into the game now.
Yeah.
2 players with 3 fouls for Indianola generally only go 6, maybe 7 deep, and they're already on their 8th player, leading 27-8.
Yeah, brings in Hawkins, and she's a good rebounder. She'll get in there. She'll battle. She will really battle. She's really played well the last few ball games as we watched her
Opening
play.
shot of the 1-and-1 by Cunningham is missed, and Smith with the rebound. Blake gets it over to Bishop. Back down low, Blake. Double teamed on the block, dribbles out of it, now is fouled on her way up. I believe Butler got a piece of it, and that's her second foul. Blake hit the deck, but just a good hard basketball play there, and that sends Blake to the free throw line for 2 shots. 1:29 to go in the half.
Yeah, that one's on Butler for Newton. She picks up number 2 for her. So we've had some fouls here in this first half. 8 fouls for Newton, 7 for the Indians.
Blake rattles home the first of 2. To have some Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates. DCG 13, Norwalk 6, Grinnell 26, Pella 13. So not a lot of surprises there as the 3 teams atop the Little Hawkeye Conference are leading after the first quarter as Blake makes them both. Blake has all 7 points for Indianola in this second quarter. Has 10 in the game.
And less
Over
than
the
a
top
minute and a half
pass,
to go.
stolen away by Jill Smith. Gets it right side, Naughton. Finds a cutting. Blake right to the hoop. Layup is up and in. And the offense starting to wake up for Indianola here. 1:13 to go before halftime, and it's caused by turnovers on the press. Over the top, cross-court pass. Roush dribbles it off of Smith's foot, and it will be out of bounds. Newton ball, nearly forcing another turnover with 1:05 to go in the second quarter.
Good defense came off her foot, and it was just slow enough that we just couldn't quite get to it. It goes out of bounds. Newton will keep it with 1:05 to go. Indianola leading here 31-8, and that's what's left here in the first half.
Nearing has it near the half-court line, tried to hand it off to Butler, and I think it was just a miscommunication between Newton, and it goes out of bounds. Yeah, it's Indianola ball with 58.5 seconds to go before halftime. Well, Rick, Indianola's offense wasn't much in this second quarter, but thankfully they held Newton to just 3 points so far. Naughton dribbles out of a double team, gets it into the corner for Smith. Back up top, Hawkins. Back to Smith, wide open for three. She'll take it off the backboard, no good. Blake tipped the rebound out, but it's picked up by Butler with 40 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Butler, left side to Cooper. Cooper looks inside Nearing. Faced up by Blake. Gives it off left side, Cunningham. Cunningham on the baseline. Tries a cross-court pass, finds Cooper. 23 seconds and counting to go. Quarter number 2. Cooper dribbles, loses it, and Smith runs the break. Smith looking up. Finds Blake on a 3-on-1. Fakes the pass straight to the hoop, and Lauren Blake with a nice 2 is up and in again. And Blake with 10 seconds to go in the second quarter puts Indianola up 33-8.
I know I was leaning that way, and I know you were too, and she just made a nice move to the bucket. That is a fantastic, strong move by Lauren
2 seconds.
Blake.
Roush has nowhere to go with it, and that does it for half number 1. Indianola 33, Newton 8. Back for more after this on KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
At Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola, they make buying your next new or used vehicle and servicing your vehicle as simple and quick as possible, so you can get back on the road in no time. If you're in the market for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, simply visit SouthtownCDJ.com. Calculate your monthly payment, then schedule a time to come pick up your new ride. If you need your vehicle serviced, you can schedule your service, drop your vehicle off, and pay online at SouthtownCDJ.com. From parts and service to financing on your next ride, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola.
There are always extra expenses at this time of year. At Downey Tire Pros, let us help you achieve your New Year's resolution of vehicle safety with one of our many financing options. The Tire Pros credit card is simple and easy to apply for, plus we offer an unparalleled warranty package that includes 24-hour roadside assistance and access to exclusive rebates you can't find anywhere else. With Downey Tire Pros by your side, you can get the tires and traction you need to drive safely into 2022. See store for complete details or visit online today at DowneyTirePros.com. Downey Tire Pros, love the drive.
Good Samaritan Society in Indianola is committed to providing an unprecedented level of quality service, compassionate care, and range of amenities to ensure the residents enjoy a carefree, fulfilling lifestyle that is tailored to their needs. Proudly serving Warren County and the surrounding Des Moines areas, their friendly, professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person. Give them a call today at 515-302-6791 and get the next journey of your life started the right way today.
Hey Knoxville, People's Bank is now open and we want you to know. Community banking is back. I'm Bailey Nichols.
I'm Jake Crozier.
I'm Maggie Lovett.
And I'm Emily Wallace.
We're your new People's Bank crew. We are local, we are community focused, and we are here for you. Come see us at 413 East Main Street in Knoxville.
Knoxville is our hometown.
Welcome to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio Halftime Show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community. They do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. Indianola girls basketball leading 33-8. At halftime, he's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. And Rick, offense was hard to come by in that second quarter. Credit to Newton's defense, but the Lauren Blake show, it was scheduled to come on, and that's what we saw in the later half of that second quarter.
Yeah, we did, and she picked that up, took it into her own hands and got that. But it was we were 4 minutes before we had any score by any other team. And then I think about less than 2 minutes before we started putting points up. I know Lauren went to the free throw line.
About 2:50, I believe it was, that Blake went to the free throw line, and then under 2 minutes by the time they got their first basket.
Yeah, that's just the way it was, and it just nobody. But we were very fortunate, I guess, for us, Indianola, that Newton was not putting up points either. They only had 3 points in that second half. At 33-8, that's what it is. We outscored them 11-3 in the second quarter. So that's halftime score here, 33-8, and they lead the Newton Cardinals. So, I don't think there's that 1-2-2 or 2-1-2 zone they were playing. They played that very well. They were wanting Indianola to take those shots outside. I don't know what the outside shots were. Probably not as well, but boy, once we got it inside, we were able to put some shots in. And we got it inside on a zone. Sometimes that's hard to do, but then some of our shots were not dropping on the zone either. I mean, we got some nice shots inside, roll around the rim and pop out, and just wasn't able to do that. But we hit some threes. We had 4 threes in that first quarter that we came up with. Bryn Lorton had a couple. Lauren Blake had one, and then Mara Bishop hit a 3. But in foul trouble, as we look at the fouls, Andrew, Ortland has 3 for Indianola, and also does Kinsey Johnston. And for the Newton Cardinals, it's Sophia Reynolds with 3 fouls for her. I think what does that say about the second half and coming out? And I think the bench is a little bit deeper for Indianola maybe than Newton at this point in time, especially scoring. And you know,
well, it will stretch Indianola's bench, especially if one of these players picks up a 4th foul in this second half. And thankfully, the Indians' defense has done a nice enough job of giving them a cushion, but it's still something that head coach Jeff Jansen's going to have to work around.
Right, and he's going to have to do that, and he's brought in, usually Jill Smith and Bryn Bishop are the 2 that he goes to. He's got it to Trista Hawkins, and I think she's earned that time off the bench. Coming up, being that number 8 person off the bench, she plays a very good defense, and while she was in there, she got able to get inside, do some good things, and where they were not able to pass it down low. And Trista did a great job in there, and I think she's a hard worker and does a great job. And the senior, I think those minutes that she played in this ballgame were beneficial to Indianola. And I know, Jeff's probably talking about that in the locker room, especially when you get somebody in foul trouble. You've got a couple of them with Johnston and Ortland, and then they come in and make that type of play.
We'll have second half adjustments when we come back on the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show. Indianola girls leading Newton 33-8. And we'll have more after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
I mean, let's face it. In Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
Your Indianola YMCA would like to invite you to stop by your local Y and discover the many benefits of belonging to a nonprofit organization dedicated to building strong kids, strong families, and strong communities. Improve your health and fitness, learn new skills, connect with others. It's all waiting for you at the Y. They'd love to give you a tour and offer you a free pass so you can try the Y for yourself. Call or stop in today and find out more. Your Indianola YMCA, it's where you belong.
Welcome back to the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram radio halftime show. Indianola girls basketball leading Newton 33-8. Do have some scores from around the area want to pass along at this time. Real quick one, Ankeny Centennial 28, Ankeny 17. That matchup taking place just to our north a little bit. And then another little Hawkeye Conference play, Oskaloosa 23, Pella Christian 17. That's at halftime. DCG 31, Norwalk 18. That's at halftime. And Grinnell 52, Pella 24 at halftime. Grinnell with the 52 spot, and we know that they can put up points, which makes Indianola's win against them last week
a lot better. Yeah,
look a lot better right now. That Indianola held Grinnell to 36 last week. They've got 52 in the first half against Pella.
Very, very impressive, and we know they can put those numbers up, and they're doing it tonight against Pella. I guess if Pella's got anything to say about Indianola, they go, God, What you guys do? What you guys do to those girls?
We stole all their missed
shots. We know we did to them, but yeah, they don't have to take it out on us, do they? And anyway.
Well, let's take a quick look at the road ahead. That's presented by Good Samaritan Society. Indianola wraps up the first run-through of the Little Hawkeye Conference this Friday, Rick. Hard to believe that we're already there, and it's on the road at Norwalk. So Indianola has yet to play their Warren County rival. It's rivalry week in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Yep. We get the Pella Christian, Indianola-Norwalk game. I love the way they do that schedule. It's always such a fun night for us. And I know you won't be there because you'll be tanning down in Florida. But
I'll be somewhere on the beach. I'll be listening, but I'll be down there with the family. We'll be doing
But then it's a Saturday contest, I believe, against Sioux City. Is it West?
Sioux City West, yes.
Yep, so Sioux City West.
That game, I think, hopefully Saturday clears up so that
so hopefully that one stays on because there's supposed to be some snow going to Norwalk's a bit different than going to Sioux City. So
correct.
The road ahead is presented by Good Samaritan Society of Indianola. When it comes to your road ahead, think of Good Samaritan Society, where their professional staff is dedicated to enhancing your life, bringing you joy, and creating opportunities that care for your whole person, mind, body, and spirit. That wraps up the Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Radio Halftime Show. Southtown not only holds the keys to your next vehicle, they want to be a key part of the Indianola community, and they do that by giving back to local charities and working with many local businesses. Southtown of Indianola working with you and for you. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swatner. Indianola leading 33-8. Newton puts up just 3 points in the second quarter. Indianola was scoreless until under 3 minutes to go in the quarter, so maybe hoping for a little bit more fireworks here in the third.
Well, I think Coach Jeff Jansen, in the locker room, what are we going to do differently? Not a whole lot. You're going to come out, play your game, do it out. We get the basketball. We know that. It'll be the starting five on the floor for Indianola. You've got Naughton, Ortland, Blake, Bishop, and Johnston for the Indians. It's Nearing, Reynolds, Rogers, Roush, and Butler, I believe, for the Newton Cardinals, and the ball is in play.
Naughton has it as Indianola starts off the second half with the ball. Naughton went over to Ortland, now right side Bishop. Into the corner, Ortland looking down low for Johnston. That pass is nearly stolen away. Ortland gets it back, goes straight to the hoop, but misses the shot. And Reynolds grabs the rebound, and Newton gets a stop on the first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, Newton collapsed very well trying to get that inside. Tried to make the save, they couldn't, but then they finally got the ball as Indianola tried to save that.
Pass up top, kicked by Naughton as it was intended from Butler to Reynolds.
15 turnovers for Newton in the first half, 6 for Indianola. That's a stat I didn't bring out, and I wanted to bring that out before we start the second half here, as we've started the second half.
Pass gets left side, over the top pass, stolen away by Bishop, and Indianola's on the move. Bishop dribbling down the baseline, or the sideline, I should say. Back up top, Blake, she'll take the three. In and out, no good, and Mara Bishop tried to grab the rebound, but is tipped out of bounds by Newton, and it should be Indianola ball with 7:13 to go in the third, and it is.
Yeah, Blake made the shot, but then Mara Bishop tried to take it. She was ready to go to the hoop and drive in there, but Nearing got a hand in there and knocked it out of bounds. It still stays with Indianola.
Blake fakes right, goes left, and stepped on the baseline as she drove baseline, and it will be Newton ball after Indianola turns it over. 7:07 left to go in the third. They're still packing it in on the zone and causing Indianola all kinds of problems.
And right now they're not able to get that anywhere near the bucket. And, there's a couple of fans maybe thought they should be a foul down there, but Lauren just stepped out of bounds.
Well, Naughton steals the pass on the ensuing press, so Indianola gets the ball right back. Pass gets right side. Bishop, shot fake, gets one to go by her. Puts up the shot. It's up no good, short. And Rogers picks up the rebound. So Indianola still not finding the distance from long range. No one named Lauren Blake has scored since the second or the first quarter. Pass gets down low. Nearing. Up top, Butler. Swings it around. Roush. Shot fake, dribbles baseline. Indianola double teams. Now it's back up to Rogers. Rogers splits the defense, looks inside, loses the ball, and Ortland comes up with it. So Indianola's defense still playing well as Ortland dribbles right up top Bishop. Now back up top Blake. Fakes right, goes left, and is fouled on her way to the hoop. 6:12 to go, quarter number 3, and Indianola still leading 33-8. Fouls on Butler, that's her third. So 3 players in this game now, Rick, or 4 players. 2 on Indianola, 2 on Newton with 3 fouls apiece. Johnston gets the inbounds pass, was on the block, but was kind of locked up. As Ortland gets the pass, her pass is deflected, and it's stolen away by Newton, and Indianola turns it over again. Butler looking down low, finds Rogers. Rogers up and under in the lane, nearly had it blocked by Blake, and Blake's going to be whistled for the foul as Rogers couldn't quite make the basket, but will head to the free throw line for 2 shots, searching for the first points of the second half.
Rogers is a good free throw shooter, 71% at the free throw line, and her first points, it'd be her first points of the ball game right here.
Misses the first of two as we see Jill Smith set to check into the game for Ortland. Ortland with 3 fouls coming out. Coach Jansen trying to protect his junior guard. Second free throw is up and in, and Rogers gets the scoring started in the second half with 5:53 remaining. Rick, I got a feeling that the next Indianola bucket, and since I'm the one who says it is, will be tonight's Indianola Raise the Roof moment of the game presented by the Indianola YMCA as the Indians turn it over again.
Try to get that ball inside, and they're playing that zone, and they're just very tenacious with it, and Indianola not able to get anything inside here in this second half.
Nearing dribbles, baseline shot is up no good, and Blake grabs it and is fouled on the rebound, and probably good for Newton that she was, as Blake was on the move and Naughton had a step.
And Naughton was underneath the basket, just like that, so.
5:26 to go, quarter number 3. Indianola still leads 33-9, but still yet to score 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. And credit to Newton's defense. I mean, they're playing really well on the defensive side. Pass gets into the corner. Naughton, now right side Bishop, swings it around Blake. Finds Naughton in the middle. Right side Smith, pass is tipped, but Indianola retains possession. Blake up top, Naughton. Splits the defense, goes into the lane. Layup is up and in, but they're going to call it on the floor.
Out by the free throw line, Emily made a nice move, and she got up in there, nice little up and under type move. It went in, but the foul was prior to that.
That is on Butler, her 4th foul. And we'll see Newton
She'll take
bring in a substitute. 5:03 left to go in the third quarter, and it's Indianola ball underneath. Over the top pass finds Naughton. Now back into the corner, Blake, shot fake, dribbles left. Goes right to the hoop, puts up a shot, it's up no good, but is fouled on the attempt. Wait and see who it's on with 4:56 left to go in the third.
I thought Cooper, but it might have been, okay.
It's on Rogers, her second. Team 4th in this second half. Blake, the only Indian to go to the free throw line tonight, and can't hit.
Well, she misses that one. 73% Lauren is on the season so far. 4 out of 4 in the first half. And misses that first one here with 4:56 to go here in the third quarter.
And makes the second, and that is the first Indianola point in the second half, I should say, third quarter. Under 5 minutes to go. In case you missed it, presented by DeArmond Ford. Not a lot of offense out of Indianola outside of the first quarter. Cross court, Roush drives inside, puts up a floater. It's up no good. Johnston with the rebound. Good offensive look for Newton, but they can't finish. Blake gets it right side. Bishop nearly lost it, but Bishop gets it back up to Blake. And now left side, Naughton. Dribbles it inside. Kicks it out to Bishop. No, it's stolen away by Roush after it was tipped, and Indianola turns it over again. Under 4.5 to go in the third, and now Cooper's not looking for the ball, and Newton turns it right back over.
I think Indianola looks like, to me, and if they're looking to get that inside. I don't know. Maybe that's what it looked like that's what they're trying to do. We got a timeout on the floor.
McCoy True Value timeout on the floor. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. There is under 5 minutes to go in the third. Indianola 34, Newton 9. Cardinals with 4 team fouls. Indianola with just 1. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. They're getting you back in the game. For more information and a list of services, go to dsmcapitalortho.com. And Rick, Indianola is just not doing well against this Newton half-court defense. Thankfully, the Newton offense is having just as much struggles against this Indianola defense, and Indianola leads 34-9, but it was 22-5 at the end of the first quarter, and since then it's been 12-4 Indianola, well over a quarter and a half.
Yeah, you're right there. Indianola switched their defense up a little bit. It's kind of a 1-2-2, maybe whatever, but in there, or 2-1-2 maybe, and they're keeping that, so they're playing their zone, trying to spread that out, let Newton shoot from the outside, but down on the other end, Indianola's trying to get it inside, like I said, and I said, maybe they should just take that shot and then go in and collapse, try to get that rebound, get that putback. One of their strengths is their outside shooting, and let's, maybe just do that. Let's see what happened after the timeout.
After the McCoy True Value timeout, Naughton has the ball at the half-court circle, and we'll see what Coach Jansen has to say. Naughton over Bishop. Now back, and I believe that should be on Reynolds.
Rogers, I think.
Both of them right there.
I'm not sure which one.
It's on Rogers. Her third. So now Butler with 4, Rogers with 3, with 3 for Newton. Cunningham comes back into the game for the Cardinals. 4:06 left to go in the third. Bishop has to chip all the way to Naughton at the three-point line. Now to Blake. Bishop on the left side. Back up top. Indianola's in no hurry to do anything here.
And they brought this offense out a little bit. They spread that out. Strike in 3 underneath. Now they got to make a move again. Passing around the outer perimeter, but just not able to get it inside right now.
Johnston now back up to Bishop. Up top, Smith. Smith drives inside, kicks it over left side, trying to get it to, saves it inbounds. Johnston, good hustle play. Cross-court pass finds Blake. Blake fakes the pass, goes into the lane. Layup is up and in. Count the bucket and a foul. And Indianola scores their first field goal of the second half with 3:30 to go in the third. And Lauren Blake scores again and has a chance at an and one. And I should mention that's on Reynolds, her fourth.
Substitution for the Newton Cardinals.
Rogers.
Bring Rogers back in. Lauren Blake is 5 out of 6 from that charity stripe, and really the only one that has gone to the free throw line for Indianola here in this ball game so far.
And can't hit. Has all of Indianola's points not in the first quarter. Had 11 in the second as Nearing pulls down, takes a 3. It's up no good, and an over-the-back foul is going to be called, I believe, against Cunningham, and that's already the 7th team foul on Newton with 3:17 left to go in the third. And, Rick, we're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, 36-9. We're going to go down to the other end. Shooting free throws, I think, will be Kinsey Johnston.
Should be Johnston.
Yeah, that is a 7th foul. That should be.
It's not an offensive foul. It should be 1-1.
Yeah, it is a 1-1. It's a 1-1 situation. It was not. Yeah, you're right. It's not an offensive foul. She come over the back. That's what they called. And
so Johnston will have 1-1.
Kinsey Johnson at the free throw line. Her first opportunity tonight there.
First player not named Lauren Blake.
Yeah, they might get a chance to score here.
And can hit the first. And that, since it's 1-1, will be Newton ball as they grab the rebound. 3:12 left to go in the third. Pass gets left side. Cooper, she'll take the deep 3. That one's too strong. Long rebound goes to Roush, however. Her putback shot is up and in. And Audrey Roush, the junior guard, gets her first bucket of the night, makes it 36-11. Indianola. Naughton with a 3 is up from the wing. It's up no good, and Newton packs the lane and grabs the rebound. 2:50 to go in the third. Still a 25-point game, and Newton has the ball. Nearing to Rogers. Cross court up to Cooper. Swings it left side, Roush. Thought about a 3, now dribbles it inside. Over the top finds Cooper. Now swings it around Nearing. Nearing, back left side, Rogers. Drives inside, nearly loses it, finds Cooper. Cooper now to Roush. She'll take the deep 3. Off the backboard and in. The bank is open.
Shot.
McCoy True Value timeout called. And Newton's on a 5-0 run. Makes it 36-14. And Rick, coming into the McCoy True Value timeout, Indianola with just 3 points in this third quarter. Still leading 36-14. But if you're head coach Jeff Jansen, you're going to look at the film on this game, and you're going to have to find some solutions.
Well, and Newton, Newton is one of those teams that they're not a team that's going to get up and down the floor real quick, and now with that and not scoring, they're coming up and down, and they're settling into that defense, and they play a very good zone, Andrew. They're doing a great job of that. And then Indianola can't find a way to get it inside, and they're not making those outside shots. So 36-14. It's a good thing we had that lead that we had at the half. And there's 2:25 to go here, and Indianola will put the ball in play. Lauren Blake will put it in play to Bryn Ortland.
So Ortland brings the ball up the floor, gets it left side, Blake. Back up top, Smith. Back to Ortland, right wing. Back to Blake, now into the corner. Naughton, she takes the 3. Knocks it down, and Naughton gets her first bucket since the first quarter, and that's tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by the Indianola YMCA. No matter where you are on your journey, the Y is where you can be, belong, and become. Explore their offerings to discover new ways to connect your purpose, potential, and each other at the Indianola YMCA. The first player not named Lauren Blake to score since the first quarter. Cunningham comes down and misses a shot. Smith with the rebound, finds Blake in the open floor, just pulls up for two and hits. That's the game Indianola wants to play. Get out and transition, even if it's not maybe what Coach Jansen drew up, a pull-up jumper from one of the free throw spots.
That's kind of one of those forgotten shots.
Something you'll take.
Yeah.
Roush with a deep three. Back-to-back threes up, and she's got back-to-back threes down. 8 points in the third quarter for Audrey Roush. And the game's starting to heat up here as Indianola leads 41-17, a minute 10 left to go in the third.
Kind of helps the fans out, too. They get a little more lively when there's a lot more scoring going on.
Ortland, top of the key, finds Smith. Now in the corner, Johnston. Up top, Ortland. Back to Johnston. She'll take the three. Too short, and it hits the top of the backboard, and will be out of bounds. That's another good-looking shot for Indianola.
Very nice.
They just can't quite get that one to go down.
Yeah, it hit the rim and just kind of came across, bounced straight up, and hits the backboard, and that's out of bounds. And Newton will bring it up. Little three-quarter pressure by Indianola.
Gets it inside, finds Cooper. She'll take the three, right side, hits.
Must be the spot.
And three-point shots from Newton, all from the right wing, have gone down here in the third quarter, and Indianola's lead is now 41-20. Ortland to answer for three. It's off the front of the rim. No. Blake with a rebound, however, gets it back up top. Naughton splits the defense straight to the hoop. Finish. Can't. No. Ortland with a rebound, and putback shot is up and in. And a McCoy True Value timeout called by head coach Jeff Jansen with 23.7 seconds to go in the third. And Indianola leading 43-20. Do have an Indianola Municipal Utilities Instant Radio update. Oskaloosa 28, Pella Christian 21. That's at the end of the third quarter. But Rick, Newton with 12 third quarter points. That's more than they had in the entire first half. And it's coming from outside the arc.
Yeah, they're doing a great job out there. And Audrey Roush with her 8 points and a couple of threes. And then Jaslyn Cooper from that same spot. It must be the spot on the floor because she nailed three threes here in this third quarter to get it closer for the Newton Cardinals. 43-20 out of the timeout, and Newton will put it in play. Indianola with a little bit full court pressure here with 23.7 left here in the third quarter.
And I do want to mention Indianola's been in control this entire time. They've had a 20-plus point lead nearly the entire game, but it's just been offensively, they just haven't been able to get much going as we see Rogers nearly lose the ball. Now dribbles out of a double team, and a carry is going to be called on Emma Rogers, and it will be Indianola ball. 13.2 seconds to go in the third quarter, leading 43-20.
Great defense that time by Indianola. They kept them. She was right at the 10 count, and now Indianola gets it back with 13.2. They'll get that final shot of the third quarter here.
Naughton goes left side. Ortland back up top. Naughton swings it around Smith. Back to Naughton. They find Blake down low on the block, and layup is up and in. And Lauren Blake's got 7 third quarter points, and that will do it for quarter number 3. Rick Wilson's walking it out as Indianola leads 45-20. Back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth and Indianola Activities YouTube after this.
My name's Danielle Wilson. I'm the Sales and Outreach Director at Vintage Hills Assisted Living and Memory Care here in Indianola. We offer 2 levels of memory care within our community, the transitional memory care community, and then we also provide a traditional memory care community for those folks who are more advanced in their disease. All of the apartments go around the outside of the community. The whole setup is for as you progress in your disease. We don't want anybody to hold up in their apartment. We want to keep them engaged and interacting. All they have to do is step outside their door.
Check out the deals this week at your Indianola Hy-Vee. 3 for $5 Frito-Lay rolled gold pretzels, Santitas, or Chester's Munchos or Bakenets. Also Hy-Vee biscuits, 3 for $1. Hy-Vee cheese toast, garlic bread, or sticks, 2 boxes for just $5. Also buy 2, get 1 free Coca-Cola products, 12-pack cans, or 8-pack bottles. You can find these deals and more at your Indianola Hy-Vee.
Welcome back inside the Indianola Hy-Vee radio broadcast booth on 94.3 KNIA. Indianola Activities YouTube. Indians girls basketball leading 45-20 over Newton. Have committed just one team foul in this second half, so looking pretty good there as Newton has the ball. Rogers dribbles baseline over the top pass, nearly stolen away by Naughton, but is still into the hands of Butler. Butler playing with 4 fouls. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Rick, Indianola has some work to do figuring things out offensively, but defensively they're looking fine as Newton gets the ball outside and a three-point shot is no good, but they're going to whistle Indianola for a foul on the rebound.
And I'm not sure which one. It might be on Blake. I'm not sure. Excuse me, check the call. It's Bishop.
So Bishop picks her second.
Wow, that ball clearly going out and foul. And now that kind of helps Newton out there. They get the ball back.
So Roush gets it up top. Reynolds now over to Rogers. Back to Nearing. Looking down low, finds Roush on the block. Turnaround shot is up, no good. Ortland with the rebound, and here comes the Indians. 7:15 left to go in the ball game. Backdoor cut finds Blake down low. Blake shot fake gets everybody to go by and is fouled, and that will put Lauren Blake back at the free throw line for 1 and 1 as she tried to dump it off to Johnston, but was fouled in the process.
Not sure who made the foul because there was a couple of black jerseys down there, and I'm not sure who that was.
So Nearing her third, team 8th. Do want to mention some Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates. Grinnell 66, Pella 35 at the end of the third. As Blake can hit the front end of the 1 and 1. And DCG 45, Norwalk 33 at the end of the third.
Looks like DCG Norwalk are headed towards a little Hawkeye conference win, but it's not over yet.
So under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Nice backdoor cut, finds Reynolds, who goes straight to the hoop. Layup is up and in, and it's 45-22.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a give and go, and she got a nice bounce pass, and it scores for Newton.
Naughton, long distance three is up no good. Butler gets the rebound, trying to go coast to coast. Layup is up no good. Fighting for the rebound is Johnston, and is going to be fouled in the attempt, and that is on Reynolds, and she
should be
fouled out of the game.
If it is, that's 5, and that will be for her, and she had 3. She's got 5 points she fouls out with.
6:38 left to go in the ball game, and we'll have Kinsey Johnston at the free throw line for the last 1 and 1 of the contest for Indianola.
Double bonus for Indianola now for the rest of the way out here with the 6:38 to go.
Can't hit the free throw, and Indianola in the second half is now 1 of 6 at the line. We're 4 of 4 in the first half. So it's just shooting not going well for the Indians tonight as Nearing gets the ball, turnaround jumper, rattles around, does not fall, and grabbing the rebound is Lauren Blake. 6:19 and counting. Blake, right side Ortland. Her three is blocked by Nearing, and it'll be out of bounds.
Well, Nearing came down.
Nearing came down hard and maybe hyperextended that knee. Got the great block, but came down hard out of bounds.
Yeah, she got the block, great block, but then her body went into, was it Ortland, I believe, on the 3, and then she landed wrong. She's down there in front of the bench. Josh Lawrence over there, the trainer for Indianola, looking at her, and the coach is down there taking a look. Boy, this would, she did not get back up at all. She waited for the coach and Josh to get over to her.
Yeah, thankfully Josh is right there. 6:15 left to go in the ball game. Let's do a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. 6:15 to go. Indianola leads 45-22 over Newton. Newton with 9 team fouls and Indianola with 2. That's a Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine game reset. Also want to mention you're listening to Indianola Basketball powered by Community First Credit Union on AM 1320 and FM 94.3 KNIA Knoxville, Indianola. Community First Credit Union is putting the community first as Nearing gets up and walks over to the trainer's table.
Yeah, that's good news right there. Got up and walked away and got a nice hand from the Indianola crowd along with the room crowd. That's great sportsmanship. And let's see, was it Cunningham come in for her? Yeah, I believe Josh takes a look at her over there.
Cunningham, Cooper, Roush, Butler, and I believe Rogers on the floor for Newton.
Apparently no foul. No foul on that.
No, it was just out of bounds.
Yes, just out of bounds.
It was a clean block, and then it went out of bounds, and just Nearing took a big knock. So Bishop has it top of the key. finds Naughton into the corner. Ortland was open, and she finds Blake inside. Now Naughton gets the ball. Over the top pass down low. Johnston, her shot is blocked and deflected, but that'll be a whistle, and Kinsey will go back to the free throw line, this time for 2 shots.
Cunningham, if that's on her, that's her 3, I believe.
It's on Roush, her first.
Check your call, yep.
One of the few Newton players without any whistles. Lots of whistles this game.
All right, Kinsey 0 for 2 tonight there.
And there we go. Gets one to fall. Nothing but net for Kinsey. Just had to make it not 1-1. That was the key.
2 out of 7 for Indianola. From the charity stripe here in a sec, makes that 2 out of 8.
As Johnston misses the second, rebound picked up by Kaya Butler. Butler dribbling left, defended by Naughton. Gets it over for Cooper. Cooper has it knocked away by Naughton, but Cooper retains possession. Now gets it up over to Roush. Bishop defending Roush. And a foul is going to be called on Bishop, and Mara is not happy about that, to say the least.
God love Mara. I mean, she's right there with the official going, oh no. And he put his hand up. Mara just quickly quieted down.
Pass gets into Roush, and it's over left side.
I love the enthusiasm.
Over to Cunningham down low on the block. Turnaround shot is up, no good, and a rebound's going to be, or a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Rogers on the rebound.
I think so.
That should be 4 on Rogers, and Johnston will head back to the free throw line with 5:27 left to go in this contest.
Oh, my, I can still see Mara Bishop looking right at that official. If we could read lips, it was like, no, that's not how that went. Oh, my.
2 shots coming up for Kinsey.
1 for 4. Oh.
And that one does not hit.
Nope. 1 out of 5 now from that free. Boy, that looked impressive. They have just hit 2 free throws here in this second half, Andrew. They've been to the line 9 times.
2 of 9. Make that 3 of 10 as Johnson hits the second. 47-22. Indianola leads by 25. This is about where the lead has been, between 20 and 25, all basically since the end of the first quarter. It's 22-5 at the end of the first, and it'll be off of Ortland and out of bounds as Cooper trying to get it in, and we're going to see the bench empty here for Coach Jeff Jansen. Hawkins, Jill Smith, and Bryn Bishop into the game, along with Naughton and Blake for Indianola. Butler dribbles out left, finds Roush. Roush, right side Butler. Back up top, Cooper looking inside Cunningham, but Cooper will launch from long range off the backboard and in. Cooper hits her second triple, and it's 47-25. Indianola leads by 22.
She's off the glass expert for them. That's the second
well, Roush had the first bank in, and now Cooper. So a couple of banked experts for the Cardinals. Bishop has it top of the key. That's Bryn Bishop. Gets it right side, Blake. Finds Smith at the top of the key. Back to Blake, right wing. Now Blake will just take it out with 4.5 to go and hands it off to Naughton. Again, Indianola should be in no rush to make anything happen here, Rick. And Naughton will travel. There we go. And there was a bit of a late whistle as Naughton was expecting Bishop to come out. And miscommunication leads to the Indianola turnover.
Turnover 4-22, and I would imagine here in a minute or two we'll probably see some more off the bench for Coach Jeff
want to mention
Jansen.
Indianola has not made a field goal in this fourth quarter yet either, Rick.
No, they have
taken them a long time to hit one in the third, and they ended up waking up at the end of the third as Cunningham turnaround shot is up no good. Naughton with a rebound. Here comes Indianola, and 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Finds Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles right side. Now back out to Blake. Left wide open for 3. Too strong, and a rebound by Roush. 3:50 to go in the ball game. Cunningham loses the ball, or Cooper loses the ball, and Jill Smith runs a 1-on-2. Over the top pass finds Naughton. Naughton finds Bryn Bishop. Layup is up and in, and a foul is called. And running the fast break and getting some points is Indianola as Bryn Bishop with a chance to complete the and one.
What a great look, and Bishop's right there. She just kind of shovels it to her, said, here, you take it, you got it. She does, knocks it down, draws the foul.
See Naughton and Blake exit as we see Powers and Belt come into the game. Grubel, Keely Grubel, and Taylor Powers come in. Bishop with a chance to complete the and one, and does so. 3 points off the bench tonight for Bryn Bishop.
And the lead goes back to 25.
50-25, 3:35 to go in the ball game. Roush hands it off Cooper. Cooper dribbles left, back to Roush. Looking inside, can't find anybody. Roush goes straight to the hoop, and a foul is going to be called. Indianola commits their 4th foul of this second half, and it'll send Roush to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure who drew that foul. Trista
Hawkins. And makes the first one. 2 of 3 at the line is Roush. Newton is 3 of 6 overall. Make that 4 of 7. Pass gets into Bryn Bishop. And Indianola leading 50-27 brings the ball down the floor. Gets it right side for Grubel. Grubel finds Hawkins in the lane. Back up top, Bishop. She'll take the 3. Off the front of the rim, no. Fighting for the rebound and stepping on the baseline was Indianola, and it will be Newton ball. So Newton ball, or no, Indianola ball, excuse me. Ref pointed the wrong way. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. It'll be Indianola ball.
Indianola with a basketball.
Powers looks to throw it in, has to get it up top to Bryn Bishop. 3:10 left to go in the ball game. Dribbling right side into the corner. Powers. Now Hawkins. Hawkins splits the defense straight to the hoop and is fouled. No, they're going to call her for a travel. Thought she still had a half step there to go, but called for the whistle.
Thought she did too. She made a nice move in there and got it into the lane, put it up, but they said she traveled prior to, so turnover by the Indians.
Roush dribbles left side. Cooper, she'll take the 3, hand in her face, off the side of the rim, no, and Hawkins grabs it and is on the move down the floor. Straight to the hoop, layup is up no good, gets her own rebound. That shot is up no good. Powers tries to fight for it, but Roush comes down with it. 2:40 to go in the ball game. Indianola still leading 50-27. Dribbling left side down low, Cunningham. Turnaround jumper is up no good, and the rebound picked up by Grubel. And they're going to get a carry on Grubel with 2:25 to go as she dribbled the ball down the floor. 2 of our first final coming in on the night. Grinnell 78, Pella 49, Oskaloosa 45, Pella Christian 28. In girls action, those are both finals. Indianola Municipal Utilities instant radio updates.
Well, Grinnell posts that first 5-1 record in the Little Hawkeye Conference, and Indianola about ready to post that here, but they got 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go before they can.
Pass gets down low to Katie Horn, a junior forward, and she's fouled on her way to the hoop. And Horn will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's foul on Hawkins, her second, team 5th. So still looking on DCG, their final tonight. And other than that, it's this and the DCG Norwalk game. And free throws up and in by Horn. Dana Blake and Zoe Belt come into the game now for Bryn Bishop and Jill Smith. So on the floor for Indianola is Powers, Grubel, Belt, Blake, and Hawkins. Second free throw from Horn is in. Pass gets over to Blake, running the point. And left side, Belt. Shot fake, right side, 3-pointer. From the wing is up too strong from Grubel. Long rebound picked up by Indianola. Now back to Grubel. Baseline. Kicks it back out into the hands of Powers. Swings it around. Belt with the deep 2. Hits.
Yep, it's a 2. She had her foot on the line, but she nailed it.
That is Zoe Belt's first varsity points. Congratulations to freshman Zoe Belt. So the only Indian on the floor who has yet to score a varsity basket this season, as Indianola leads 52-29, and dribbling baseline is Newton. Shot is up no good. Grubel with the rebound is Dana Blake as Hawkins gets the ball out into the front court, goes straight to the hoop, and is going to be called for a travel. So Indianola giving it right back with 1:33 to go in the ball game.
Checking in for the Cardinals.
Well, I think, like we said, we don't have a score yet from DCG and Norwalk, but they had that well in control.
DCG, last update we had was 45-33, DCG leading. So if all goes according to the latest score updates, it would continue to be a three-way tie at the top of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Indianola, DCG, Grinnell. Pass gets down low. Turnaround shot is up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Belt for Indianola. Over the top pass, looking for Blake, and it was tipped up by Garvis, and Garvis gets the steal for Newton with 1:10 remaining. Pass gets left side. Garvis, shot fake, looking inside, can't find anything. Now goes to Keely Manning. Down low. Turnaround shot. Horn, no. Can't get anything. Finally has to kick it back out. Manning. Now back over left side. Wormager loses the ball. Hawkins comes up with it, looking up the floor. Almost loses the ball and just does lose the ball out of bounds. And Indianola will turn it back over. 45.9 seconds to go.
Nice job by Trista down in there underneath. She did a great job. She held her ground. The ball got away from the Newton player. She picked it up, tried to go all the way down. Got 3/4 of the way down, lost control of the basketball, goes out of bounds. Newton will get it. But what a great stance down there by Trista Hawkins.
Pass gets left side for Horn. Now back up top. Three-pointer on the way for Newton. It's up no good. And Hawkins with the rebound with 25 seconds to go. It'll be Indianola bringing the ball up the floor into the hands of Zoe Belt. Crossover, dribbling left into the corner. Blake wide open for three. She'll take it off the side of the rim. Does not fall. And Newton will get it for the final 15 seconds of the game. 10 seconds over the top pass for Wormager. Down low. Shot is up long range. Off the backboard and in for Katie Horn. Horn lost track of time and hits the triple. That's the way to do it for Katie Horn off the bench with 5 points all in the fourth quarter, but that does it here. Indianola wins 52-32, and we'll have post-game coverage coming up after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
I mean, let's face it. In Iowa, when it comes to winter weather, you never know what you're going to get. Wouldn't it be nice to know that whatever's happening outside your furnace is prepared to handle it? With quality plumbing, heating, and air conditioning by your side, you'll have the confidence to know you'll have that quality warmth inside all winter long. So when it comes to staying warm this winter, call Joe at Quality Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, your local Rheem dealer in Indianola.
At Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Indianola, they make buying your next new or used vehicle and servicing your vehicle as simple and quick as possible, so you can get back on the road in no time. If you're in the market for a new or used car, truck, or SUV, simply visit SouthtownCDJ.com. Calculate your monthly payment, then schedule a time to come pick up your new ride. If you need your vehicle serviced, you can schedule your service, drop your vehicle off, and pay online at SouthtownCDJ.com. From parts and service to financing on your next ride, think Southtown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Indianola. Accidents can happen every day and to anyone, from first-time drivers to drivers who have spent their life on the road. Don't let an accident ruin your day. Smith's Collision Center in Indianola is prepared to help you whenever an accident may occur and is ready to get you back on the road in no time. If you have been in an accident and need your vehicle repaired, take it to Smith's Collision Center, located at 710 East 2nd Avenue in Indianola, and let Jeff and his crew do it right for you. Smith's Collision Center, a proud supporter of Indianola High School athletics.
Ever get tired of everyone advertising rates like it's all they have to offer? Like auto rates.
3.09 APR, 3.94%, 4.72%.
Greater Iowa Credit Union is more than just rates. Greater Iowa supports local organizations, awards thousands in scholarships and classroom grants, and volunteers in our community. But in case you're wondering, they have great rates too. Current auto rates are as low as
1.99% APR.
Learn more at gicu.org.
Welcome to the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio Post-Game Show. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. He's Rick Wilson. I'm Andrew Swadner. Rick, Indianola girls win 52-32 to pick up the conference win over Newton. It may not have been pretty, but anytime you hold the team to 32 points, you got to be pretty happy about that.
Well, you have to. It just wasn't quite the game that I don't think Coach Jeff Jensen and the girls wanted. But Newton had a lot to that. Even though we had that big lead, they still won 52-32. And it's just kind of one of those games that went the way it went. and I guess that's the best you can say. It's a win. It's not a pretty win, but it's a win.
Yeah, so they'll take it. Lauren Blake leads all scorers with 21 points, right at her average. Bryn Ortland got 8 points for second on the Indians. And Emily Naughton with 7. Final stats tonight, Mara Bishop with 5. Kinsey Johnston with 4. Bryn Bishop with 3 and Jill Smith with 2. Let's take a look at our DeArmond Ford Radio key play and player of the game. You got to give it to Lauren Blake, the only player to score for Indianola in the second and third quarters, except for 5 points. All but 5 points in the second and third quarters for Indianola.
Yeah, for Lauren Blake, she did. She held her own there. But I thought one of the good plays I thought was when Emily Naughton, I think the second quarter, took down the rebound, looked, nobody was moving, and she just decided to outrun everybody and went down all the way end to end and took it right inside. So,
well, and that's our key play of the game as well, because it just felt like Naughton from the get-go on the opening tip had the heads-up play to put Indianola to lead, and they led from start to finish. And so that's our DeArmond Ford key play and player of the game. You'll enjoy doing business with DeArmond Ford and DeArmondFord.com. And that was also tonight's Drive to the Basket, presented by Z's Eatery and Draft House. So stop in and make sure you enjoy some of the best food in Indianola at the best prices. Fill up at Z's Eatery and Draft House before the next big game. Any final thoughts before we wrap up the post-game show?
Nope, got to win. I'm not going to call it a nice win, but we got to win, and that's what you're looking for. And it, I think, as everything fell into place tonight for the top three teams.
Good teams find ways to win on nights like tonight when things just aren't going your way.
Stay at top, and the girl. As far as the girls, the boys will too. But right now, as far as the girls, they look forward to a win, and congratulations. And then Friday night, it'll be Norwalk over there.
All right, that wraps up the Greater Iowa Credit Union Radio postgame show. Get up to $200 cash in your pocket when you get your auto loan with Greater Iowa Credit Union. Terms and conditions may apply. Indianola girls hold serve and win 52-32. And we'll be back for boys coverage after this on 94.3 KNIA and Indianola Activities YouTube.
Your Napa store in Indianola has New Year's savings. Get a $20 rebate on Napa Legend batteries with the purchase